Hello, hello, you beautiful beings of light. It is Mandy, and I am at the park. I'm going to do my video tonight while I am maybe taking a little walk. I may sit down somewhere. Yes, this is how I'm choosing to do my video tonight versus sitting in my car. So let me invite some people on to the video. Once you guys tune in, comment below, say hi. Let me know how it's flowing in your world, how you feeling, what's going on, where are you tuning in from. I'm trusting I have a good connection because it's already looking a little bit wonky. So once you tune in, comment below, say hi, comment below, and let me know that you're on. I posted a little while ago and said I'd be going live in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to wait and see. I see I have a viewer. If you can please do me a favor and comment below and tell me if it is working good. I don't recognize that profile picture, so I'm not sure who that is. I just want to make sure the video is good, and then I'm going to be rolling. I typed up a whole bunch of stuff above, so I'm just going to be talking and sharing versus, sometimes I have my other phone and I have kind of written up some stuff to talk about. And tonight I'm just going to be free flowing and sharing from the heart to support you guys in whatever way that looks. I feel that when we share our testimonial, that we support other people. So, oh, what's up, Mackie, my friend? I appreciate you so much. Okay, cool. So I see I have 4 viewers, but it's only showing me like one profile picture, which is weird. Facebook is interesting. So once again, when you tune in, comment below, say what's up. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing. I'm going to be talking tonight, free flow, about how I transform my life and how you can too. And I do believe that we all have the power to transform our life. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how I did that and motivate and inspire you guys. What's up, Dennis? How are you? Hey, Carlos. So yeah, I'm at the park and I crushed a workout earlier. Oh my gosh. Usually I try to do leg days on Monday, and oh wow. Yeah. So it was an amazing workout and I was sweating a lot. And then I said, okay, I require like getting out of my car, getting out of the parking lot clearly. I came over here to the park, and this is also really cool. So I came to the park, and then I required using the restroom really quick because I was like, okay, I'm going to be doing this video. And I met this really sweet lady, and she said she was 90 years young, and she was sitting in her car, and her name was Barbara. And I'm just real friendly. Like, I've never met a stranger. So I came out of the restroom. Well, I saw her when I pulled up and I parked, and then I saw her when I was getting out of my car to go to the restroom, and she was just sitting in her car smiling. So I was like, oh, I noticed her, of course. And so then I went in and went to the restroom and came out, and then she's still sitting there. So I said, hi. And then she's like, hi. And she had her car window down. So I was kind of like standing there. And then I said, how are you? And, she's like, I'm good. And then I was like, my name's Mandy. And then she's like, my name's Barbara. Anyway, real sweet lady. Long story short, we had a quick little chat. She said that, she likes to, she doesn't have any family around. She has family. She just doesn't have anyone really around. I guess she doesn't have anyone that lives with her. So she likes to come to the park, she says, and she just sits in her car and she eats her supper. She called it supper. I love that she used the word supper because that's what we said when I was growing up. And she said that she comes to the park and she eats her supper and she like watches the little kids and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. And then I told her, like what I do and how I was about to do a video. And I said, well, maybe I'll see you out here another night and we can chat and, have a conversation. And I told her about the gentleman that I met when I was here last week and how he was 84 and he was like, walking around and getting his fitness on. And she said, yeah, she's like, I can't walk around the park. She's like, so I just sit in my car. But anyway, it was just really sweet. And I said, you're such an inspiration, at 90 years young. And I was like, you're still driving. And it was just really beautiful. So I thought I'd share that with you guys really quick, because the truth is that God, source, creator, universe, I say God, but use whatever word you choose, is always lining us up with people to support us like on our journey. And I do believe that there's messages in everything, like even like all the stuff that I'm seeing right here at the park. What is that over there? I choose to remember what that's called. Like I choose to know. Whatever that thing is with the freaking long neck and long bill. I should know this. I got my degree from A&M in wildlife and fishery science, and I had to memorize like all these scientific names in order to pass some of my classes. Oh gosh, it was like, it's Latin. So you had to memorize what everything was and even how to spell it, or you wouldn't pass the test. So, and for some reason, that just like an egret maybe? An egret. I choose to remember. If anyone knows, comment below, feel free. So I'm going to be sharing really quick, and then I'm going to head home and I'm going to have me a big, huge salad for dinner. And if you guys don't know, now you know. My name is Mandy, and I'm a holistic lifestyle coach, personal trainer, yoga instructor, nutritionist, Reiki healer. I do all kinds of stuff to support people, energy clearings, things of that nature. And I'm going to post below, after I get off with this video, I'm going to post a link below to my private Facebook group. It's called the Emotional Detox Challenge. So I'll post a link to that. I will also post a link to my YouTube channel to support you guys as well. And there's a lot of videos on there. And I just want to share with you guys tonight. Listen to all the sounds. Nature's awesome. I want to share with you guys tonight how I stopped drinking alcohol over 6 years ago, okay? And how I got off of antidepressants. So next month is June, which is also my birthday month. Hey, what's up, Gemini gang? Comment below if you're a Gemini. So my birthday is on June 20th, and I'm actually a Gemini Cancer cusp. So what that means is when you're a cusper, you're in between the 2 months. And so I'm a little bit of Gemini and a little bit of Cancer, according to the zodiac and astrology and how that works. But yeah, so in June will literally be 10 years that I stopped taking antidepressants after taking them for 16 years. And if you ask me, that is a long time to, first of all, be taking antidepressants, but also the fact that, you know, I was able to get off of them, and it's been 10 years. So I took them for 16 years from age 16 to age 32. What's up, Becca? How are you, beauty? She says she's a June Cancer. I choose to know. So maybe you're saying that you're also a Cancer cusp. I mean, a Gemini Cancer cusp. The cusp is from the 20th into the 22nd if you're a cusper. So I'm June 20th. So I'm considered a Gemini Cancer cusp. So maybe you're also a cusper. So back to what I was saying is that I took antidepressants for 16 years from age 16 to age 32. So believe it or not, I'm about to be 42 years young, straight up. I know I don't look it. I get that comment all the time. Oh my gosh, you're, you know. And for one, it's my lifestyle for sure. And then genetics does play a role. But let me tell you what's even more potent than any of that, and that's your mindset. That's literally how you think and how you perceive your life, and you know what your beliefs are. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit as I share my journey here. That I do believe that consciousness is king, and us being consciously aware is what's the most important for everything in our life, for everything that we're creating, for everything we're experiencing. And I can go down a massive rabbit hole with that, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. So what's up, Desiree? How are you, gorgeous? Okay, so you're June the 29th. Okay, so yeah, you're Cancer. Awesome. So what was I going to say? I get distracted sometimes when I start chatting with people here too. So the other thing I think I typed above was how I stay like fit and lean, and how I stay optimally healthy. And like I said, a lot of that is mindset. A lot of that is consciousness and being consciously aware of what you're thinking about, what you're believing about. So, you know, the reality of it is that whatever you believe to be true is always going to be true for you. So I invite you to fill into, you know, what your beliefs are, beliefs about yourself, belief about your health. And, you know, I have my whole journey and everything that I've been through as well. And I'm grateful for my journey. I'm grateful for everything that has transpired, because it's allowed me to be who I am now. And it has allowed me to support other people. And obviously I'm very passionate about doing that. So if you guys require support, of course, you can reach out to me and let me know, or comment below this video. And like I said, I do have that, private Facebook group. It is for females only. And the reason is because I choose to, keep everything that's in that group, maintain the integrity that it's only women. So I'm not going to start adding men to that group, because I've had that group, I think, since like 2016. So I'm going to leave that like it is. However, men, if you're requiring more in-depth support, feel free to send me a message and I will get you supported. And then, like I said, I also do have a YouTube channel. So if you just go to YouTube and search my first and last name, and then you can click where it says videos, there's a lot of videos on there about my transformation. But the main thing I'm choosing to share with you guys here is that our mindset is key, and that we can choose at any given moment or present moment of now to wipe the slate clean and make a new choice for our life, to think new thoughts, to create, you know, new beliefs around whatever it is that we're experiencing. What's up, Chip? How are you? Hey, Brandy. Hey, Danny. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So I do believe, and I know, and I trust that the reason that my life is the way that it is now, the reason I was able to overcome, you know, all the things that I've overcome, and heal, you know, the things that I've healed. And of course, I'm not perfect, and I'm still healing. I don't believe anyone's like ever healed. But the reason I am where I am now is because of consciousness. And I'm very, very passionate about supporting other people in remembering their truth and also liberating themselves. Hey, Jennifer, how are you, gorgeous? And the reality of it is that most people, you know, most people live in their head in the sense that they create. It was really loud right there because of all the, I guess, what is that? Little frogs? Most people create limitations for themselves mentally. Okay. Hey, Brian, how are you, my friend? I just saw your profile picture. So I invite you to begin to reconsider how you're thinking about yourself, how you're feeling about your life, and how you feel about what's possible for yourself. And I could sit here all night long and tell you all these different things, but the reality is, and I was coaching a friend earlier about this, you know, the reality is that like I said, whatever you believe to be true is going to be true for you. There's so many people that they use their limitations mentally as an excuse or reason why they can't, X, Y, Z, or why they still are where they are or why they're staying stuck. And so one thing that I invite and encourage you guys to do is to get some support. Get some support from someone who can support you. Like clearly all the things that I've done and how I've transformed my life, I had support, And also too, it's my mindset. It's the fact that I made up my mind, like with the alcohol, for example. I remember I woke up that next morning, I had went out that night, and I remember looking at myself in the mirror and I was like, what in the F, kind of like, get your shit together, girl. What's wrong with you? What's up with you? What do you, what the fuck are you doing? And I was having these realizations that the reason that I had drank as much as I did that night, and I had actually cut back on alcohol for like majorly for like 3 years or something prior to that. And so because I hadn't been drinking very often at all, when I went out that night, I went out with a friend and I was drinking like the way I used to drink, and I got really, really drunk. And I remember I came home that night and I was throwing up. I woke up the next morning, I was throwing up some more, and I was like, what? And I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I realized that what was going on inside of me is I was in a lot of pain. And I had massive, I was feeling a lot of pain, but there was also a lot of fear behind that, and a lot of anger, and a lot of resentment, and a lot of stuff from my past that I required healing. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror, and I remember saying, I'm going to give up alcohol for at least a year to heal my traumas, to heal my shit. And I remember telling that to myself, and I've shared this story before. I kind of had a little bit of thoughts kind of creeping in, like, yeah, right, because this was in January of 2016, and it was kind of like the, yeah, right, like, your birthday's coming in June, or it was the, yeah, right, you might like have a little bit of something on New Year's Eve, or whatever, the thought forms coming into play, right? But long story short, it has been over 6 years, and I can say with all honesty that I have not had a drop of alcohol. And it has been very easy for me because I made that decision. And then when I made that decision and I stuck with it, as time went on, it's like, why would I even go back now? Why would I go back now? So, I can't do this for a person. Like, I can't because I have a lot of will, okay? And a lot of times when we choose to create change to transform our life, it takes your will. And honestly, no one can do that for you, okay? So like even people say, oh, I'm doing it for my kids, or I'm doing it for my family, or I'm doing it for whatever. You get to find something that gives you the reason to use your will to stick with whatever it is. And I do believe that I personally do believe that it is simple as making a decision that you're going to choose to do it differently. Okay. Some people require more support than others. Like, I've never been to AA. I've never been in any trouble. I've never had a DWI. I've never gone to jail. I've never been fucking arrested. I've never had anything like that in my life personally. It was literally just me looking at myself in the mirror and being sick and tired of being sick and tired, and literally just disgusted with myself and with the way that I was living and the way that I was thinking, in my own mindset. I was just, like I said, I had a lot of pain. And so I decided in that moment that I was going to give up alcohol. And when I say that, it's not like I share this story a lot, but I like to clarify, like, I was never a fucking alcoholic. I've never had any problems. I never had any, I just shared all that right now, but I wouldn't consider it that far. But the reality of it is that I know, just like what you might be using to numb yourself. And for some of you, it might be food. And for some of you, it might be Netflix, binging on TV. For some of you, it might be sex. Some of you, it might be gambling. Like, and only you know. So that was the conversation I was having earlier today, was that, it's great to have support. It's great to have a coach. It's great to have a program. It's great to have all these things. I do believe that's very important. A support system. I do believe it's very important. And at the end of the day, no one is going to be able to call you on your own bullshit like you are. Like, nobody will be able to do that for you like you can. Because when you really stop and you get really real with yourself and you really start thinking about the thoughts that you're thinking and the way that you're operating, the way that you're living your life, like, nobody, even the most amazing coach on earth, is not going to be able to pick up on things that only you know of in your own mind, and stuff that, you maybe haven't dealt with, or you haven't healed from, or that you're trying to numb, or you're trying to ignore, or you're trying to suppress. So like I said, it doesn't have to be alcohol. So just me clarifying, I wouldn't consider myself in any kind of way like an alcoholic. It's just, in other words, I like to use alcohol to avoid my reality because I wasn't happy. And the way that I live my life now is I'm very aware that I'm a powerful creator and that I have a hand in co-creating my life with God. And I've liberated myself. I've done a lot of inner work. I've healed myself. I've healed a lot. Let's say, like I said, I'm not 100%. I don't believe anybody's ever 100% healed. It's not possible. And I describe this a lot, that it's like an onion. So, you know, you have a layer, and then you heal, and then something else gets triggered and something else comes up, and then you heal that, and then another layer and another layer. So I don't believe anyone's like ever completely done. It just doesn't make sense that would be the case. I just know that who I am now is way different than who I used to be. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for everything that I've been through, because my journey that I've been on is what allows me to support other people. Because I'm not, like I say this a lot, like I have all these certifications, but more importantly than that is I have a lot of wisdom, and I have a lot of experience, and I've been through a lot. Like I'm not just a person who has, you know, these, you know, credentials and then goes and tries to tell everybody like all this stuff. So I'm just sharing that vulnerably, being open about it. And because I've done it for myself, I know that people can do it for themselves as well. I do believe that. So back to what I was saying is, you know, I just know that in the past I had used alcohol to numb myself, because I hadn't dealt with my shit. And if that is you, and maybe, like I said, it's not alcohol, but it's something else that you have going on, then I invite you to look at and feel into, you know, how you're living your life right now. And I've been putting this stuff on my stories and stuff as well. So if you guys haven't been watching my Facebook stories, I invite you to start, you know, watching my stories. A lot of people message me all the time, and they say, thank you so much for your positive post and your stories. They're like this one friend of mine, she said, your stories are like a little pick me up every day. She's like, I love to watch your stories. The reality is that, you know, whatever goes on here between these two ears is what's most important, like what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on. So that's really, really key right there, is that when you realize the power of your own thinking and the power of your own thoughts and the power of your beliefs, then you're going to start to see a connection between the circumstances and things that are happening in your life. And I can't stress that enough. Like I could be on here all night preaching about that. You know, and like I said, if you guys require support, reach out. Like, no judgment. I put that on my story the other day. It's all love, no judgment, you know. So if you have, I mean, I've heard so many stories from clients that I've supported, like stuff that is just, you know, at times like, wow. And still, like I said, no judgment. You know, I know what I'm here to do, and I know that it's my divine mission, and I take it very, very seriously, and I'm very honored with what I do. So like I said, gave up alcohol over 6 years ago by making the decision, sticking to it. It's been very easy. I have no desire at all, because I'm so happy in my life now, and I'm thriving, and I'm aware that I'm co-creating my reality. So I have no desire to go and numb myself with any substance that's going to alter my consciousness. The other thing is, I was talking about antidepressants. I took antidepressants from age 16 to age 32. A lot of people take antidepressants. A lot of people take Adderall. A lot of people take, you know, pharmaceutical drugs. This is not any kind of condemnation or me saying, you know, anything about anything, other than I'm sharing my personal journey about what I've been through and how I overcame, and how I do believe that you can as well. So when I was around age 16, I guess you would call it, you know, that I was depressed, when actually I saw this the other day and it really resonated with me. This guy who I follow on Instagram, he was talking about that actually these mental health challenges that people have with ADHD, depression, anxiety, all that, it's really a trauma response. And so when you begin to look at it in that way, right, change your perception of it. If you have depression, it's just a trauma response. If you have anxiety, it's just a trauma response. It's a trauma response to the shit that you've been through. So give yourself permission, forgive yourself, see it for what it is, and then decide that you're going to, you know, open up Pandora's box. I say that all the time, because it literally is like Pandora's box. Once you open it, you cannot close it. Once you open it and you start seeing all that for what it is, you can't close it because it's already there. So you can't unknow then what you know, which is like how it happened with me. I didn't always know the things that I know now, the stuff that I teach, the stuff that I'm really passionate about, the stuff that supported me and transformed my life. And that's why I do feel obligated, that it is my divine obligation to be sharing this with people. Like I said, check out my YouTube channel. If you require support, jump in my free Facebook group. If you want to go further than that, obviously I have online programs, and I have one-on-one coaching, and we can start from the basics. We can start with, you know, the fitness, the nutrition, and we can go all the way in depth with the one-on-one coaching, where we're going to be looking at things specifically. But the reality is that if you have these challenges going on for yourself, there is freedom, my friend. There is freedom. And you can know right now that you can transform your life. Like I said, I am living proof. So I don't mind sharing all this stuff so openly at all, because I have no shame. I am, you know, very grateful for my journey. I acknowledge myself for all the things that I've grown through, and then who I am now. And I'm full of love, and I choose to support people in healing, and choose to support people and having their awareness that, you know, we are all conscious creators, and we're an extension of God, and that you know, you can transform, you can overcome these things for yourself. And like I said, I feel that that is why I mean, honestly, I've always had this much energy, don't get me wrong, but even more so, it's like I feel the reason that I'm just so full of energy is because I'm so connected, right? I'm so connected, and I mean to God, I'm so connected in that sense. And then also my mindset, it's like when you learn like the things that I've learned and the stuff that I teach, and you know, I think Shelly's on here because I think I saw your profile picture a second ago, Beauty. When you begin to become aware, let's just say, of certain things, your life shifts because your mindset shifts, because your thoughts begin to shift. So some of those thoughts that maybe you used to think over and over again, which I've talked about in other videos, that they say that we think like 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day, and that 90% of those thoughts are like negative, repetitive thoughts. So like, seriously though, like, and I know this is the case. That's why I get on here and I talk about this stuff and I share, you know, to motivate you guys and inspire you guys and offer free resources, offer, you know, my YouTube channel, offer my closed Facebook group, offer you guys to reach out to me and allow me to support you through Facebook Messenger to the best that I can. I mean, clearly I can only do so much. And then if you require in-depth support, then yes, you will require making an investment, because there requires being an even energy exchange between, you know, me supporting you and then what you're willing, you know, to do in terms of supporting yourself. But it begins literally with just a commitment. Well, first, cancel. I would say it begins with awareness. It begins with you becoming aware, first of all. And then it begins with you having the awareness and then saying, you know, I choose better for myself. And then deciding with a decision, like I did when I said, okay, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol for at least a year. And now it's been over 6, like straight up. Sometimes I even surprise myself that it has been over 6 years for real with the way that I used to drink. Like if anybody knows me, like I'll be throwing down some margaritas. That was like my favorite drink. And I would just love to drink. And the thing is like when, you know how it is. Well, I don't know if you know, maybe you don't drink or maybe it doesn't do this for you, but when I would drink, it was like nothing else mattered, because I didn't have that fucking voice in my head. I wasn't thinking about a bunch of shit. I didn't feel that heavy weight of like my past traumas that I hadn't healed. And so it was fun. And allowed me to check out, because I was numbing myself, like I said, which a lot of people do, whether it's with alcohol, with medication, with sex, with gambling, with Netflix, with, it could be so many things that people use to numb themselves. And so I don't have to sit here and give examples, but you guys know, you know who you are, you know what you think about, you know what you believe, you know what you do, you know your unhealthy, let's say like habits or your negative behavioral patterns. I mean, it could even be as far as being addicted to other people. You could be like a serial dater, or maybe you're very promiscuous. It could be so many things. And like I said, no fucking judgment, okay? We're all grown adults here. No judgment. Whatever it is you're choosing to do. And if you desire to have freedom from that, I'm here to support you in remembering your truth, that you can liberate yourself from whatever that is. And like I was sharing a second ago, that a lot of the stuff going on mentally, I know this is like mental health month for the month of May, which is maybe too why I'm feeling inspired to share this, because I was actually going to share something else. And then right before I did this video, like all this other stuff popped into my awareness about like me just sharing this like this with no, you know, bullet points of 10 ways to do this or 3 ways to do that. Right. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then I met the 90-year-old lady, sweet lady Barbara, had a good little chat with her, just felt very inspired by her. And I was like, yeah, that's what's coming through, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. And so I'm sitting here in the grass at the park. Yeah, whatever's going on around here is really loud. There's some people over here playing soccer. I'm grateful. And like I said, honored to support you guys in whatever way this looks. Whether you're catching the live or catching the replay, hashtag replay, obviously, if you catch the replay, I'd love to know. But yeah, it just is what it is. Like, I do believe we're all here just walking each other home, and that if we can be more vulnerable in our sharing of maybe our own, you know, journeys and things that we've been on. I've had so many people tell me, you know, because of you, Mandy, I didn't give up. I mean, people that I don't even know. Like, I've had people message me and tell me that they watched some of my videos, and I had one dude, no lie, I had one dude tell me that because of my videos, he didn't commit suicide. I'll never forget that. So like I said, if it's on my heart and this is what I'm feeling called to do, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to share about it. Like no judgment, no condemnation from, you know, whatever. I'm trusting, you know, and it doesn't matter even if you guys are judging or whatever. I don't care, because that's not what this is about. This is about me sharing, you know, with you guys, my own journey to empower and, you know, inspire and motivate you. And so whatever way you take this, also too, you know, the main thing is that whatever you see in another person is just a reflection of you. So when you start to learn a lot of these spiritual truths and things that I've learned in my life, like your mindset shifts, you become very different. You actually change in your own awareness of like how you see things and how you see other people. And I'm not perfect. I still judge. Like I'll I will have a thought about something, and then I will ask, you know, I'll cancel it out, or I'll look at what the thought was and why did I have the thought, and like, what does that thought really represent about me? I'll turn it back on to myself, because that's truthfully what it is. But this is a lot of the stuff in my deeper teachings and in some of my programs and stuff, so I won't continue going on about that. What's up, Jen? How are you? Hey, Monique, gorgeous. I appreciate you so much. Monique says, love you and your spirit, my friend. I appreciate you, gorgeous. Hey, what's up, Joe? Thanks for tuning in. John, how are you? So anyways, you guys, feel my love and appreciation for you. I don't even know what all I've been saying. The point is that you can thrive in your life. You can feel very enthusiastic about your life no matter what you have going on. It's all about your perspective and all about your perceptions. When you become aware of a lot of these things that I teach and a lot of these things that I share, like I said, check out my YouTube channel. If you require support, reach out. The main thing I do know, though, is that if you have challenges and you require support, find someone to support you. Find someone to support you. Make a decision. Like I always say, my hashtag, make a choice to make a change. Make a decision to do it differently. Fuck, we get one life, right? Well, as far as we know, I don't know, okay? I just know what I'm doing at this moment. I just know that I have this life right now, and I'm going to be living it to my fullest. Give me some thumbs up and hearts if you guys agree. Give me an amen. I'm going to be living my life to the fullest, and therefore I'm going to be calling myself forward on whatever it is, and I'm going to choose to, if I require support, I'm going to get some support, you know? And so if you guys, I'm trying to get out of the wind now. If you guys require support, let me know. I'm sending you so much love, super positive, high vibes, healing energy. I have 2 programs. I was saying Monday, May 30th, and then I'm realizing, hold up, that's freaking Memorial Day. Like, everyone's going to be having a good holiday. So on Tuesday, the 31st, I am starting 2 programs. One is it's called the 21-Day Mental Diet. That was my trunk. I'm getting my stuff out. The 21-Day Mental Diet. And then the other program is my 4-week Fast Track Transformation Program. And then, of course, you know, I have one-on-one coaching clients that I'm supporting at any time, all the time. You know, you can sign up for that whenever you choose. And then also I have a lot of other programs. So whatever it is you're requiring support with, I trust that I can support you. If not, then I would redirect you to someone who I feel could potentially be a good fit, if that even, you know, comes about. Because I would feel that if you feel aligned with me, then I would be a good fit. So send me a private message if you require support. Feel my love and appreciation for you guys. In a little bit, I will put my links below to the stuff I was talking about earlier. And yeah, namaste. The light in me, mwah, I can't really do it. I have one hand. The light in me honors the light in you. Trust and know that you can transform your life if you choose. It starts with you being aware and making a decision. That's really what I have to say tonight. All right, I'm going to go enjoy myself a big old salad, and I'll chat with you guys later. Oh, hey, Lacey, gorgeous. Thank you so much. Dave says, thank you. You're pretty cool. Congratulations. Stay strong, my friend. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you so much. Chip says, what's up, Angel? You're absolutely right. No one is perfect except God. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Chip. Okay, cool. I didn't see those at first. Now they just popped up. All right, I love you guys. Have an amazing night. We'll chat soon. Whoa, it won't go off.